which comes from the person who's texting the user. Now that I grab the text label number text and I put get number there, label number is going to display the number which the user receives the text message from. Now I'm going to select the texting feature. Under that, I'm going to grab the when texting message received do block. So the reason why there's three is because these are three different ways of using the block. So I'm going to put the if then statement from under control, which is under control, and put it under when texting message received do. And in the if part of the statement, I'm going to take the compare text block. What this block does is compare two different texts. So I'm going to get global number, and I'm going to make sure that the number which the text message is coming from is equal to a specific number that I put there. Now I'm going to select the text-to-speech feature and grab the call text-to-speech speak message block. And I'm going to press on get message text and put it right after message. So now if the user gets a message from this number, the text-to-speech feature will read the message. Now I'm going to go to variables and select initialize global name to and rename this variable to family list. Select on lists, which is under blocks, and under lists I'm going to grab the make a list block. I'm going to grab that block and connect it to initialize global family list 2. I'm going to grab those empty text blocks, and inside them I'm going to put phone numbers, and in the make list I'm going to add 2 more items. This means that in the list there's going to be 4 different items, and I'm going to duplicate the empty text block to 4 times, or 3 times, since I already have one at the beginning, so 3 times to fill in the 4 spaces. So once the 4 spaces are filled in, I'm going to type in phone numbers. So now I'm going to use this, whenever this variable is used, these 4 numbers will come in as a list. Now I'm going to go back to Designer, since I need to add another component to this app, the button, which is under palette under user interface. It's the first option over there. I rename the text for the button to family, and I'm going to rename the button to family button. Now I'm going to go back to blocks. Here, I'm going to select the family button and grab the when family button click do block. Under this block, I'm going to put the set texting message to block. Now I'm going to go back to Designer. And over here, I'm going to add a text box. So basically what this text box is where the message is going to be typed. User is going to type the message in the text box, and that's what the set texting one message 2 is going to have at the end. Text box 1 text. So when the family button is clicked, the set texting one message will set the message to text box text. Now I'm going to go to control, and under control I'm going to select the for each item in list do block and put it right under the set texting message to text box text statement. I'm going to change item to phone number, and so I'm going to grab family list, get global family list. I'm going to put it in the empty place beside in list. Select the texting feature, and I'm going to grab the set texting phone number 2 block. get phone number block and put it right after the empty space beside 2 in the set texting phone number 2 block. Now I'm going to select the texting feature again, and I'm going to get the call texting 1 send message block. Now I'm going to select the text box 1, and I'm going to grab the set text box 1 text 2 block. I'm going to put it at the end of when family button click do, and I'm going to put an empty text box block. What this does is after the message is sent, it's going to remove it from the text box, so there's going to be nothing in it, just like how you'd regularly use in a texting app. So this is all you really have to know after you know the previous 10 chapters. All you have to know right now for doing a texting app is just this part, all this. And so this part's over, and I'm going to show you a proper good messaging app. The name of my messaging app is basically Message App. So I'm going to press on it, it's going to take a while to open. Okay, so this is my app. So it has many buttons. So first button, close button. What that does is close the app. The second component is a contact picker. What this does is when you see the button like thing that says contacts, when you press on that, it'll open up a complete list of your contacts on your phone. And then from that, you can choose one. Next is the family button. That's the third component. You see where it says family? That button, what it does is when it's pressed on, it's basically what I showed you in the previous tutorial app, which I explained the parts you need for texting. Text box 2. Text box 2 is actually a hidden text box. So you see dial pad over there? That button, when you hold on it for a while, it'll open up a hidden text box. And when you type in a number into the text box and press dial pad again, it will set the number you're texting to as that number. So the reason for this horizontal arrangement, which I've selected right now, the reason I put that is because so the contacts and all that would stay at the top and the text box would stay at the bottom. That's what this horizontal arrangement does. Now the text to speech button. What this button does is when it's pressed on, it will speak out the message that came from the person who's texted to you and the message that you're going to text to them. It'll speak both messages. The translate button. What the translate button will do is if the text is in a different language, it will translate that text to English so the user can understand it. I still have to develop more features, so for now it's only going to translate to English. The edit family button is used to edit the family phone numbers. The camera button. For now the camera button doesn't really do anything because that's a feature that still is being worked on. So in the future maybe it will work, but not right now. And the text box 1, that's the text box right beside the camera feature. In that text box is where you type in the message and that will be sent. When the send button is pressed, the text message will be sent to the person the user wants it to be sent to, according to the number that is inputted in the app. Speech to text button. That's the button that has the microphone image on it. When that button is pressed, Google Voice will open up, and whatever you say will be put into the text box, which is used to send your messages. So after that, you can just press send, and whatever you said will be sent to the number in the app. If you went through the previous 10 chapters that are before chapter 11, you'd probably understand what the next 5 components are. But if you haven't, then it's going to be kind of confusing, so I suggest you should go back and look through the previous 10 chapters. So as you can see, you guys probably have noticed how I've used the blocks which I've explained to you, along with some different blocks from the previous chapters. The reason for this is to make a complex app, you'll need to integrate what you've learned from all the different chapters. The TinyDB component. This is taught in the storage chapter or storing chapter. Please don't get confused that the screen's different now. It's just that I've added another screen to this app. Using multiple screens makes the app more complex and it looks much better. So this is like a second screen which I used, which is used for editing the family contacts. I also have intro and screen 1, which is a regular screen. Intro was supposed to be intro but turned out to be the ending of my app. So once you close the app, it won't close immediately. It'll come to this screen and say thank you for choosing vMessages, which is the name of the app. And once you press on that, it'll close the complete app. As you can see, the code's right there. This is just a small demo of the app on a phone. So I'm connected to App Inventor now. It's gonna open my app. It's loading my app. Since it's really complex, it takes a while. Now that it's loaded, I'm gonna show you some stuff that you can do with this app. So first of all, when I press on contacts, it opened up contacts. I'm gonna go back, press on family. Since I left family as empty and so the user can set it, it's not going to pop up correctly. Dial pad, as you saw right now, and then now I'm going to type in hello and press on text to speech.
Hello. Hello.
Next I use translate. So for some reason it's giving me error whenever I use translate. So yeah, now I'm gonna press on edit family. It opened up this screen. So this is the reason why family didn't work, because all 4 phone numbers are empty and none of them will work because of that. So once the user types it in, each phone number, and they press on change, it will change. And then when they press done, everything will be set and it'll go back to screen 1, which is this. That notifier up there displays the current number which you're texting to. So I can type in goo, for example, and press send. Since that's not an actual number, it's not going to work out or anything, and plus this phone does not have actual data plan. So I'm going to press speech to text, and if I say into Google, it's going to put into text box. End of my video. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something.